Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes.
Think about, we've got these solution providers, these exhibitors, these sponsors. They put so much work into coming here, and it's a lot of effort. And I spent a little bit of time on that side, so I know what goes into it. But how do they maximize that the experience, the investment here? What's your advice for them coming here with all this opportunity, all these thousands of people? How does a solution provider, how does a sponsor, a vendor really maximize their time here?
It's a great question. I start by saying they bring their subject matter experts to the event.
Yeah.
It is crucial that the right people are working those experiences and those booths. It may not be the CEO of the company. It may be your marketing coordinator who truthfully can speak better and speak more openly with individuals. They are taking a hard look at who's attending, and they are doing a really good job of sifting through so that they can proactively create meetings and opportunities for who's attending this event. It's massive.
It's massive. And to that point, that having that subject matter expert there, events have evolved from being more top of the funnel to more, deeper down in the funnel, right? So if you have that technical expert where you can, kind of figure out and ask those really in-depth questions of how does your solution work, or what is the difference, or what have you, especially face-to-face. Post-pandemic, people are meeting not only their clients at events, but also their colleagues, right? So it's a really important kind of interaction, and you can get a lot deeper, a lot faster, face-to-face at an event versus, on a Zoom call or what have you. There's a lot that you can really double click and dig down into.
I love this double click, although I think that this is a term that younger people would not use because I don't think we double click anymore. I'm just saying, I think you might be aging yourselves.
A little bit probably.
Should
we swipe into this one?
Just a little bit, and as I make fun of you, I have also lost my train of thought to be able to share what it was I was going to say. I know what I wanted to say. Bill made the comment that so many companies come together and they see one another, their colleagues at the event. We've actually seen a ton of sponsors decide to put in their offsites at ITC Vegas. And they bring their teams in. They create an offsite with us on the Monday or the Tuesday of the event, where they're bringing their teams together. We curate content for them as well. And then they're ready to go and attack the week and have an amazing experience.
And other experiences. Like yesterday we hosted a golf tournament. So a lot of folks came together as a team and swung the sticks together.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
And that's new to us this year. This is our first year of doing it, but the more experiences that we can do.
Bill got to experience golfing with me for the first time ever.
Yes,
that was new.
I like how you put that. They're swinging the sticks. Not necessarily playing golf, but they're swinging sticks. I relate to that.
So events are evolving, and this is an important part of the ecosystem to bring people together, because where I think we've done a really good job in the last 10 years. At first it was more like startups and investors, and there were certainly a lot of carriers. Now it's really there are a lot of carriers, there are a lot of brokers, there are a lot of MGAs, there are a lot of startups as well, and still a lot of investors. But it's really the entire ecosystem. The breadth of the ecosystem truly shows up at ITC, as well as the depth.
Yep. There was something that you said earlier, Bill, that kind of answered a question, but then gave me a kind of a follow-up question. Things were, kind of on a glide path, if you will, and then the pandemic hit, and then we obviously, just industry-wide, just like conferences is over, right? And then there was this question: are they ever going to come back? Right? Are they ever going to come back? They have certainly come back. Like I think,
and then some.
And then some. And so I guess I would ask the question: what do you believe has changed, kind of from that point to now? And then what do we see going forward? What's the future look like? What is everybody kind of going to hold out for ITC 2030? Like, what does that look like?
I can answer from a production standpoint. because anytime you mention pandemic to someone who has been in the events industry for as long as I have, that causes absolute PTSD. That was one of the toughest times to be in the events industry. That was really, really, really intense. I was not a part of the ITC team during that, and I know that the team crafted and created a global digital event that was exceptionally well attended throughout to connect individuals. Post-pandemic, we are in the strangest attendance pattern we've ever seen for these events. We used to be able to predict with incredible accuracy how many delegates would attend the event or how many would come in by a certain date. At 4 weeks out, we could pretty much count on doubling that number between then and the event. There were real
predictable
metrics in place.
Yeah.
Gone, absolutely gone. This year was one year where, and again, I think it's geopolitical. There's a ton at play, and that is something that we are also seeing, that the decisions of governments are impacting how individuals choose to attend an event and which country they choose to travel to. So we have seen swings in international. At one point, we were down in international. We came into this year up in international over last year. We see pickup throughout. Our reg patterns go like this as we get sort of closer to the event. And this last week, it has not stopped.
Surged in the last week.
It's wild.
It's frankly, when people are saying, when they look at our website and see all the great sponsors, all the great speakers, they're like, oh, wow, I have to be here.
The social media buzz starts to pick up. Wonderland imagery has now taken over my entire LinkedIn feed, right? Like, you need to be here. If you want to be where everything in insurance innovation starts, it starts here.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.